2009 to 2010 season, Shaquille O'Neal, four-time NBA champion, three-time Finals MVP, one of the most dominant players in basketball history, 15 All-Star appearances, franchise-changing center who won everywhere he went, signs with Cleveland Cavaliers for one specific reason: helped 25-year-old LeBron James win his first championship. The narrative is that Shaq's championship experience and interior presence will be the missing piece that pushes LeBron over the top, that the combination of LeBron's all-around brilliance and Shaq's dominance in the paint will be unstoppable, that Cleveland finally has the supporting cast to deliver the title LeBron's been chasing since 2007 Finals loss. Except that's not what happens. Instead, what unfolds over one season is the systematic exposure of Shaq's decline, the painful reality that his body is finished, that his dominance is gone, that the player who once averaged 28 points and 13 rebounds in his prime can barely give you 12 points and 7 rebounds at age 37. And LeBron, 25 years old at absolute peak of his powers, carries the team while Shaq becomes exactly what he spent his entire career refusing to be: a role player, a complementary piece, a declining veteran watching a younger star take all the spotlight and all the responsibility while he sits on the bench during crucial moments because his body can't handle the minutes anymore. This isn't LeBron beating Shaq in playoffs or outplaying him in head-to-head matchup. This is something more devastating to Shaq's ego: LeBron making him irrelevant on his own team, reducing the most dominant center of his generation to backup minutes and DNP coaches' decisions, proving through one season together that Shaq's era is over and LeBron's era is happening whether Shaq is part of it or not. The 2009 to 2010 Cavaliers win 61 games, best record in the NBA. LeBron wins his second MVP, carries them to playoffs, and when it matters most, when the games get crucial, Shaq sits on the bench watching, his body too broken to contribute, his role reduced from franchise centerpiece to veteran presence cheering from the sideline. And after the season ends with playoff elimination, Shaq leaves Cleveland, signs with Boston Celtics, chases one more ring as a bench player, spends his final 2 years bouncing between teams accepting that he's finished as a star, that his body is done, that the only role left is veteran minimum contributor hoping for one last championship run before retirement. LeBron didn't destroy Shaq through competition or rivalry. He destroyed him by making him watch up close as the young player everyone said needed Shaq's help proved he didn't need anyone, that Shaq was the one borrowing LeBron's prime for one last chance at relevance, that the legend was becoming the role player while the superstar was becoming the legend. And Shaq, with all his championships and dominance and Hall of Fame career, had to live through the humiliation of being irrelevant on LeBron's team, reduced from the most dominant force in basketball to just another aging veteran hoping the young star could carry him to one more ring. Summer 2009, Cleveland Cavaliers coming off devastating conference finals loss to Orlando Magic. LeBron supporting cast clearly not good enough. Front office desperate to give him help before he becomes free agent in 2010. The biggest move they make: trade for Shaquille O'Neal from Phoenix Suns, bringing in a legendary center who's won everywhere he's been, hoping his championship pedigree and interior presence will be the difference. When the trade is announced, media goes crazy, declaring Cleveland favorites to win championship, predicting Shaq will be perfect complement to LeBron, old-school dominance paired with modern all-around brilliance. Shaq himself embraces the narrative, does interviews talking about mentoring LeBron, teaching him how to win championships, bringing his experience to help the young star finally get over the hump. The assumption from Shaq and media is that this will be partnership, that Shaq will still be Shaq even at 37 years old, that his presence will make Cleveland unstoppable. But what nobody wants to acknowledge, what everyone ignores because the storyline is too good, is that Shaq's body is finished, that his dominance is gone, that the player Cleveland is getting is shell of the force that won 3 straight championships with Lakers and deliver Miami's first title in 2006. 2009 to 2010 season starts, and the reality becomes obvious immediately. Shaq can't play back-to-backs anymore, needs rest constantly, struggles to move laterally, gets beat on defense by quicker players, can't dominate offensively the way he used to because the athleticism and explosion are gone. He's averaging 12 points, 7 rebounds in limited minutes. Decent numbers for veteran role player, but nowhere near the dominant Shaq's ego still believes he's capable of delivering. Meanwhile, LeBron at 25 is playing the best basketball of his career, averaging 29 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists, carrying Cleveland to best record in the NBA, doing absolutely everything while Shaq watches from the bench during crucial moments because Coach Mike Brown knows the old center's body can't handle playoff intensity for extended minutes. Early season game, national television, Cavaliers playing Lakers in highly anticipated matchup. LeBron versus Kobe with Shaq in Cleveland uniform facing his former team. The narrative is that Shaq will show Lakers what they gave up, that he'll dominate and prove he's still got it. Instead, Shaq plays 18 minutes, scores 6 points, gets outplayed by Lakers' younger bigs, while LeBron drops 37 points, carrying Cleveland to victory. Post-game, all anyone talks about is LeBron's performance. Shaq's name barely gets mentioned. The irrelevance is beginning. As season continues, pattern becomes clear. LeBron is the team. Shaq is just veteran presence providing occasional inside scoring when his body allows it, accepting reduced role because physically he has no choice. The dynamic is exactly opposite of what Shaq expected, what he's experienced his entire career. He came to Cleveland thinking he'd be co-star helping LeBron win championship. Instead, he's supporting actor watching LeBron's one-man show, reduced to cheerleader on bench during crunch time because younger, more athletic players give Cleveland better chance to win. The ego damage is obvious to everyone around team. Shaq makes jokes publicly, plays it off like he's fine being role player, but people close to him say the reality is killing him internally, that watching 25-year-old LeBron do everything while he sits is devastating to a player whose entire identity was built on being most dominant force on any team he joined. Playoffs arrive, Cleveland is first seed, championship expectations maximum. Media is still talking about how Shaq's playoff experience will be different in crucial games. First round, Cavaliers destroy Bulls 4-1. LeBron dominates. Shaq plays limited minutes, averages 8 points, essentially irrelevant to the series outcome. Second round, Boston Celtics, tougher competition, older physical team that matches up well with Cleveland. Games are close, physical, exactly the situation where Shaq's size and experience should matter. Except his body won't cooperate. Game 1, Shaq plays 15 minutes, contributes nothing, Celtics win. Game 2, Shaq plays 12 minutes, can't stay on court because Celtics expose him defensively, Celtics win again. Game 3, Cleveland desperate, down 2-0. LeBron plays out his mind, 41 points, carries team to victory. Shaq plays 11 minutes as afterthought. Game 4, LeBron 35 points, incredible effort, but Celtics win, take 3-1 series lead. Game 5, elimination game. Season on the line, Shaq's championship experience, supposedly the reason Cleveland traded for him. He plays 13 minutes, scores 2 points, completely invisible while LeBron drops 37 in losing effort. Cavaliers eliminated, season over. Post-series, media asked Shaq about the elimination, about whether his body limited his ability to help LeBron. His answer is defensive but telling. I did what I could. LeBron was great. We all could have done more. But at this stage of my career, I can only give what my body allows. That's reality. The admission is honest but devastating. The most dominant center in NBA history just admitted he can't compete at playoff level anymore, that his body is finished, that he came to Cleveland to help LeBron and instead became passenger watching the young star carry everything while his body betrayed him. Summer 2010, LeBron leaves Cleveland for Miami in the decision, forms Big Three with Wade and Bosh, moves on without Shaq, makes clear that whatever help he needed, it wasn't aging Shaq playing 12 minutes per game. Shaq signs with Boston Celtics, accepts veteran minimum contract, joins the team that just eliminated Cleveland, chases one more championship as pure role player. No illusions left about being star. 2010 to 2011 season. Shaq in Boston plays even fewer minutes, averages 9 points for rebounds, body continuing to break down, watching from bench as younger players carry the load. Playoffs, Celtics make run to conference semifinals. Shaq plays garbage minutes, contributes nothing meaningful, just veteran presence collecting checks while others compete for championship. 2011, after 1 year in Boston, Shaq announces retirement, body completely finished, unable to contribute at NBA level anymore. Ending 20-year career not as dominant force, but as aging role player who spent final years watching younger stars take over while his body failed him. Years later, Shaq does interview about his career, about the different teams, about what he learned. When asked about Cleveland year with LeBron, about whether it went how he expected, his response reveals the ego damage that season inflicted. I thought I'd help him win championship. Thought my experience would be the difference. But honestly, my body was done. I couldn't do what I used to do. And LeBron? He didn't need me. He was carrying that team by himself. I was just there, watching mostly, contributing when I could, but it wasn't what I expected. I came to mentor him, help him get over the hump. Instead, I watched him be great while my body wouldn't let me keep up. That was hard. Accepting I wasn't the guy anymore. That I was the role player watching the star. That's not how I saw my career ending, but that's what happened. The honesty is painful. The admission that his final years weren't spent as dominant force, but as declining veteran watching younger players surpass him. That the Cleveland year with LeBron specifically showed him he was finished as star, that his body betrayed everything his ego still believed he could deliver. 2009 to 2010, Shaquille O'Neal, 37 years old, for championships, 3 finals MVPs, most dominant center of his generation, joined Cleveland Cavaliers to help 25-year-old LeBron James win championship. Expected to be co-star whose experience made the difference, believed his presence would push LeBron over the top. Instead, his body failed him. Averaged 12 points in limited minutes, sat on bench during crucial playoff moments watching LeBron carry everything, became irrelevant role player on team he thought he'd lead alongside young superstar. Cleveland won 61 games, best record in NBA. LeBron won MVP doing absolutely everything while Shaq watched. Playoffs arrived, and Shaq contributed nothing meaningful. Played 13 minutes in elimination game, while LeBron dropped 37 trying to save the season. And after LeBron left for Miami that summer, Shaq signed with Boston for minimum contract, played 1 year as pure bench player, retired at 39, knowing his final years weren't spent as the most dominant player alive, but as aging veteran who couldn't keep up, who watched LeBron's greatness while his own body became the enemy that ended his relevance. LeBron didn't beat Shaq. He made him irrelevant, showed him and everyone watching that the help Shaq thought he was providing wasn't needed, that the young star was carrying the legend's broken body while building his own legacy, that Shaq's era was over and LeBron's era didn't need him to happen. That's not dominance through competition. That's dominance through making legends watch their irrelevance up close. And Shaq lived it for one brutal season in Cleveland before accepting retirement was mercy. If you want the real stories of legends reduced to role players, the egos destroyed by watching you surpass them, the declining stars forced to accept irrelevance while younger players take over, subscribe to The Real Game. We break down the endings nobody wants to discuss. New stories every week. This is where legends become role players and truth hurts.